You have been repeating thoughts to yourself all your life, and every single one of them has left its mark upon your subconscious mind. Some of these thoughts have built your faith, others have built your fears. But all of them, every last one, have been faithfully accepted and acted upon by that deeper mind within you. The law is simple, and it has never varied. What you repeat with feeling becomes your belief, and what you believe, you experience. This is not philosophy. This is the fundamental spiritual law governing your life. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It does not question whether your repeated thought is true or false, helpful or harmful. It simply accepts what you impress upon it through repetition and brings it into form. Most people do not realize they are using this law every day. They repeat worry and call it concern. They repeat doubt and call it being realistic. They repeat limitation and wonder why abundance never comes. But you are about to understand something that will change everything. You are the master of what you repeat, and therefore you are the master of what manifests. Let me show you where the difficulty begins. From childhood, you have been conditioned to repeat certain thoughts without ever questioning them. Perhaps you heard again and again that life is hard, that money is scarce, that success belongs to others, not to you. And because you heard these statements repeated by parents, by teachers, by the world around you, your subconscious mind accepted them as truth. This is the great misunderstanding. People believe they are simply observing reality when in fact they are creating it through the thoughts they habitually repeat. A man comes to me and says, I keep trying to succeed, but nothing works. And when I listen closely to his inner conversation, the thoughts he repeats to himself throughout the day, I hear this: nothing ever works out for me. I always fail. Success is for other people. He does not realize he is speaking these words with conviction, with feeling, with repetition. And his subconscious mind, being the faithful servant that it is, takes these repeated impressions and makes them real in his experience. Do you see the pattern? He is not a victim of circumstances. He is demonstrating the law of mental repetition with perfect precision. Or consider the woman who says, I want to be healthy, but my body always lets me down. She prays for health in the morning, but throughout the day, she repeats to herself, I'm so tired, I am always getting sick, my body is weak. She does not understand that these repeated thoughts are instructions to her subconscious mind, which governs every cell and function of her body. The subconscious does not hear her wish for health. It hears her conviction about weakness. This is why occasional prayer or sporadic positive thinking accomplishes so little. A single affirmation, spoken once with doubt, cannot overcome years of repeated negative patterns. The law works through repetition. What you plant deeply through constant impression is what grows. Think of your mind as soil. If you plant seeds of fear once, twice, 10 times a day, and only occasionally drop in a seed of faith, what do you expect to harvest? The mind responds to what is most deeply and frequently impressed upon. I have watched people sabotage their own prayers through the thoughts they repeat in private. They affirm prosperity in the morning, then spend the entire day rehearsing their financial problems. They declare health, then constantly speak of their symptoms. They claim faith, then repeat their doubts to everyone who will listen. and they wonder why the law does not work for them. But the law is working perfectly. It is always working. The subconscious mind is always listening, always responding, always creating according to the patterns you repeat. Do you see now how faith turns the invisible into form? Here is the truth that must settle deep within you. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a repeated imagination and a repeated fact. To your subconscious, whatever you impress upon it with feeling and repetition becomes the truth. It does not matter whether the outer world confirms it yet. What matters is what you consistently affirm within. Now we come to the turning point, the moment of realization that changes everything. You are not at the mercy of old patterns. You are not condemned to repeat the fears and limitations that have been repeated to you. You have the power right now to choose what you will repeat, and therefore what you will become. The subconscious mind is neutral. It has no preference for success or failure, health or sickness, joy or sorrow. It simply reflects back to you the dominant patterns you feed it through repetition. This means you can begin this very day to repeat thoughts of faith instead of fear, thoughts of abundance instead of lack, thoughts of peace instead of turmoil. And if you repeat them, truly repeat them, with feeling and conviction, they will become your new belief. And your new belief will become your new experience. What you accept inwardly, you experience outwardly. This is not a matter of forcing yourself to think positively while denying your feelings. This is about understanding a spiritual law and cooperating with it. When you repeat a truth about yourself with feeling, your subconscious mind begins to accept it. And once accepted, it must manifest. The question is never whether the law will work. The question is only what you will choose to repeat. Let me teach you how to use this law with wisdom and faith. First, you must become aware of your habitual thoughts. For one full day, simply notice what you repeat to yourself. Notice the thoughts that run through your mind when you wake, when you work, when you rest. Do not judge them. Simply observe. You will be amazed at what you discover. Most people are repeating negative, fearful, or limiting thoughts dozens of times each day without ever realizing it. They say, I can't afford that. So often it becomes their identity. They say, I'm not good enough, until it becomes their truth. They rehearse their problems until the problems become permanent. This awareness is the beginning of freedom. Next, choose one simple, true statement about yourself that represents what you wish to experience. Not a wish, not a hope, a statement of truth as you want it to be impressed upon your subconscious mind. For example, I am guided by divine intelligence in all my ways. Or, my body is whole, perfect, and radiantly healthy. Or, infinite abundance flows to me easily and naturally. Can you feel that calm certainty stirring within you now? Now, here is the practice. Repeat this statement to yourself with quiet conviction many times throughout the day, not with strain or force, but with the feeling that it is already true. Repeat it when you wake. Repeat it as you go about your work. Repeat it before you sleep. In the beginning, your conscious mind may protest. It may say, but this isn't true yet. Look at your circumstances. Do not argue with these doubts. Simply return gently and persistently to your chosen affirmation. This is where faith becomes demonstration. You are not repeating empty words. You are impressing a new pattern upon your subconscious mind. And with each repetition, that pattern deepens. A man once came to me burdened by financial difficulty. I gave him this instruction. Every time you think of money, say to yourself, God is my infinite supply, and large sums of money come to me quickly and easily. He promised to do this. Within days, he returned and said, I've been repeating it, but nothing has changed. I asked him, how many times a day do you repeat it? He said, 5 or 6 times. Then I asked, and how many times a day do you repeat thoughts of lack, worry about bills, and fear about the future? He fell silent. He realized he was repeating poverty 50 times for every one time he repeated prosperity. So I told him, match your negative repetitions with positive ones. Every single time you notice a thought of lack, immediately replace it with your affirmation of supply. Not later, immediately. He did this faithfully. Within weeks, unexpected channels of income opened to him. The law worked, not because he wished for it, but because he changed the pattern of his mental repetition. And this is where understanding becomes demonstration. The same principle applies to every area of life. If you repeat thoughts of peace, peace will manifest. If you repeat thoughts of love and goodwill, love will surround you. If you repeat thoughts of health, your body will respond. But you must be consistent. You must be persistent. You must repeat your chosen truths more often than you repeat your old fears. Let me give you another key. Repetition with feeling is far more powerful than repetition with words alone. When you affirm health, feel the sensation of vitality in your body. When you affirm prosperity, feel the relief and gratitude of abundance. When you affirm peace, rest in the stillness of it. Your subconscious mind responds to feeling. It is moved by emotion, not by logic. This is why a fear repeated with intensity can override 1,000 weak affirmations. But it is also why a truth repeated with faith can dissolve a lifetime of doubt. Think of a moment when you believed and it worked. Perhaps you needed an answer and you held the thought, I will know what to do, and the answer came. Perhaps you repeated to yourself, all is well, and the situation resolved itself. These were not accidents. You were cooperating with the law of mental repetition, and it responded as it always does. Now you must do this consciously, deliberately, faithfully. Before you sleep each night, repeat your chosen truth slowly and peacefully. Let it be the last thought, impressed upon your subconscious before you rest. Your subconscious is most receptive in that quiet, drowsy state. It accepts what you give it without resistance. And when you wake, before the world rushes in with its demands and distractions, repeat your truth. Again, establish the pattern early, and it will carry you through the day. The subconscious is the servant of belief. You now understand the law. What you repeat with feeling and faith becomes your experience. This is not magic. This is not wishful thinking. This is the way your mind works, the way the creative power within you responds to your direction. From this moment forward, guard your inner speech as you would guard a precious treasure. Do not carelessly repeat thoughts of fear, doubt, or limitation. Choose instead to repeat thoughts that reflect the truth of your divine nature, that you are guided, provided for, protected, and made whole by the infinite. Intelligence within you, it will not happen overnight. Old patterns have momentum, but with steady, faithful repetition, the new pattern will take root. And one day, you will realize that what you have been repeating has become your reality. This is the promise of the law. What you impress upon your subconscious mind must be expressed in your experience. Go now in peace, knowing that you are united with the creative power that governs all life. Speak to it with faith. Repeat your truth with conviction, and watch as the invisible becomes visible, as the repeated thought becomes the manifested form. Faith is imagination directed toward good, and so it is.